Hi and welcome to our latest episode of Carpool Readeoke. We're so lucky to have Matt Beighton back again. Matt, thank you so much, but Leicestershire's own as well. And it was brilliant your first episode, so we thought we'd ask you to come back again.
Fantastic, more than happy to be back.
and today you're going to read us some poems, is that correct?
Yeah, so one of my books is Tig, You're It, and like I said in the previous episode, I've been a teacher for a long time, and I love everything about schools. I love working in schools, I love working with children, but sometimes there are things that just make you laugh. Whether you're a child, whether you're a teacher, there are just things. I'm a massive fan of Alan Alberg, heard it in the playground, Please Mrs. Butler, and these are my takes on school life, really. I think especially some of the children will relate to some of the poems in here.
Oh, lovely.
The first one is Remember, and I think this one is kind of how I felt as a child, and sometimes I think how teachers feel when they're talking to children. So it's called Remember. Remember capital letters, she said. Remember your full stops. Remember to join your letters, she moaned, and please wipe up your snot. Remember your fronted adverbials, she whined. Remember to use subclauses. Remember to extend your sentences using commas to indicate pauses. Remember semicolons and present perfect tense, but don't forget to read it through to make sure that it makes sense. Remember your written methods, or use your brain if you're able. Remember to carry the one, my dear, and learn each of your times tables. With all of that to remember, I think I'm going insane. With all of that to remember, I think I've forgotten my name. So I think that's sometimes how children feel. I think that's certainly how I feel as a teacher. Remember this, remember this, remember that. Okay, another one that really hits home as a teacher. This one's called Trip Day. All on time and full of beans, no uniform, we're all in jeans. The amusement park or Cromer Bay, buckle up, it's school trip day. Permission slips and first aid kits, 2 kids missing, they've got the squits. We're all lined up, the coach is near, we're out the door. Of course we'll wait for the 14th time whilst you have a wee, Rupert Grime. Off we go, we're back on track, we're out the door. Inhaler, Darren, I've told you twice, if you could listen up, that'd be nice. Off we go, we're moving fast, we're out the door. Don't start to cry, what utter twaddle, just be quick, get your water bottle. You've left your coat's back there. You've lost your bobble and tangled your hair. How on earth have you lost a shoe? What a surprise, you need a poo. All worn out and picking fights, we're finally off. Turn out the lights. I think sometimes it just takes forever, doesn't it, to get out the door. And then this is one of my more melancholic ones. I think sometimes this is how we feel as adults, really, and as children. I think it's important to recognise how different people feel. This is called Lost Souls. We are the lost souls of the playground, the kids who never make friends. We're the terminally shy ones, whose loneliness never ends. We've never had a girlfriend or won the popular vote. We don't speak up on the carpet, our voices stick in our throat. You ask us all to play nicely and make a new friend every day. But the playground is so big and scary and we're never quite sure what to say. We're the lost souls of the playground, trapped in our solitary games. We're the lost souls of the playground. Do you even remember our names? I think that's how I felt a little bit as a child. I mean, took a long time to make friends and things like that. And I think it's important to recognise that sometimes. It's not always brilliant at school. You're not always going to have hundreds of friends. And we need to kind of think, well, children need to know that that's okay. And I think as adults, we need to know that it's okay sometimes. So it was a bit more melancholic. Yeah. We've ended on a bit of a down there.
But there's lots more poems in that book, isn't there?
Yeah, I think in total there's about 35 poems in here.
Fantastic.
All about school or to do with school and some to do with the broader world. There's my take on Goldilocks as well and how she was a bit of a criminal. Not the innocent one that she's paid to be and made out to be. So that's Tig, You're It and Tales from the Playground.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for that. Thanks for coming in again, Matt.
No, thank you for having me.
And thanks a lot for joining in and tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Carpool Readeoke. Bye.